I'm Julie Barkey with Session Update. The issue of the day in the Senate will change the landscape of the voter registration system in the state, providing for an online venue to register. Now, a year ago, the Secretary of State implemented an online voter registration program. The legislature balked, stating that while a good idea, it's one that should have had legislative approval. That issue went to court, and it was determined that the Secretary of State did not have the authority to launch the program on his own. That court decision and the apparent pacing of taking this bill up on the floor was the crux of the debate.
I think it's safe to say that there is nobody in this room who doesn't believe that online voter registration makes sense. There's technologies we have that allow us to do it. There's all kinds of reasons to speak in favor of doing this. But just to remind people, going back to last fall, when the Secretary of State decided to implement this on his own, and that immediately provoked a reaction from members, some on our side of the aisle, Republicans as well as Democrats. And there were I think two general concerns that were being raised. Number one was that to have the Secretary of State do this seemed to many of us to be a violation of law, that he was not empowered under law to do what he said he was going to do. And that is ultimately disrespectful to the people of this state, the voters of this state, who elect members of the Senate and the House to write the laws. They don't elect the Secretary of State to do that. So there was that concern. But I think secondly, the other concern was many people felt that it was a concern to look at the data that was being collected and to not be sure of how that data was going to be handled, how it was going to be protected. And there have been instances of breaches of data that the state government has been responsible for. And those concerns were also raised.
Again, to review some of the benefits of online registration, it increases accuracy in voter rolls, it saves county election officials resources, it provides a convenience to voters who want the convenience to be able to register to vote online. And finally, and perhaps something that is especially important to me, it will assist absentee, military, and overseas voters with registering to vote and obtaining their voter registration applications.
There being 41 ayes and 24 nays, the bill is passed and its title agreed to.
To view the entire debate and the final vote online, you can log on to senate.mn/media.